Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of the Illuminated Earth Oracle, and this is by Claire Mack, and it's an independent deck that I got off of Etsy. And first of all, I just want to show you the box, which is gorgeous. You can see the illuminated lettering, the foil lettering, which is beautiful, and you can already see the artwork on the box. It is fantastic. Okay, so let's take a look at the back here, or the bottom of the box, I should say. And you can also check out her website, the illuminatedearthoracle.com, or illuminatedearthoracle.com. And it is a nice sturdy box, so it'll keep your cards nice and safe. Okay, so let's open her up, nice and green on the inside. And I just want to show you guys something that came with this, not just the little guidebook, but there was some other stuff that I want to show you. Okay, so yes, we do have the guidebook, but I kept some things in here. Okay, so when I got the deck, included was this beautiful dried flower. I was just like, oh, and then a beautiful lamb's ear leaf. And I used to have lamb's ear, so I was like, oh, I miss the feel of lamb's ear. It's so soft, so nice. And then, of course, a couple of business cards and a thank you. Okay, so let me put this stuff down so I can show you guys the guidebook. Okay, so it talks about it being a hand-painted and collage deck, and how originally it was meant to be a tarot deck. Claire Mack was, painting the cards, creating the cards, to start on this like tarot deck journey, and then she realized there was so much more going on in the cards that she realized it was more of an oracle deck, that it could take you on such like a crazy journey. So I liked that, that sometimes we don't know how things are gonna go. And then we have this nice little quote down here, and these symbols are the 4 symbols that you're gonna see on the cards, which I'll show you in a second. And okay, so then it goes right into the meanings, but of course you can just use your intuition, but it's always good to have like a flip sort of like, what did the author intend, the meanings. But even in here, she says, hey, use your intuition, when you can. Okay. Okay, then, okay, so we get back here to the art, and just kind of talking about, how she came upon this deck, or, she came about making it. She talks about, it says, the 12 cards depicting people are from paintings in my collection that hold special significance to me. She goes on to talk about that. Okay, so here's the 4 symbols and what they actually mean. So what looks like the solar sign here is origin, wholeness, completion, state of being. And then this is positive association, strength, fullness, and accord. Negative association, conflict, absence, challenge. And here, intersection of matter with consciousness, human influence, and choice. That's freaking awesome. So, I mean, it's just a little guidebook, but, it's essential to kind of figure out, like, what do those symbols mean? And I always like to hear, people's journey on, like, how do they come up with these decks, or how it was created, because I myself, I'm in the creation process of my Oracle deck, and I know that it's a lot of hard work, and I think everybody's story is fascinating. So, definitely have a read if you end up getting this deck. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards. So the cards are your standard tarot size, which is what, like 2 1/4 by 4 1/2 inches. And let's look at the backs here, which is kind of like granite or marbling, along with her artwork, which is beautiful. And then, down at the bottom we have Claire Mack 2018. So if you wanted to read reversals with an oracle deck, it would be a little hard with this, but I don't really read reversals at all, like with tarot or oracle, so for me it's cool. Okay, so you can see here that it does have a matte finish, but not so matty that like you leave your fingerprints all over it like some of my decks. So it feels, I don't know, it's like almost like silk or satin. Yeah, silk or satin. Okay. As far as thickness, it's actually pretty sturdy and pretty thick. So if you're a riffle shuffler, I think you'll be fine. If you're a side shuffler, I think you're going to be fine with that. I myself am a side shuffler, so I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Okay. So let's take a look at the images. And you see there's keyword down at the bottom. I just like showing, like obviously with all my reviews, I just like to show the images because I have an appreciation for artists and, you know, people that create with their hands, take what's inside their head and they put it out there. So that goes for like, you know, architects, you know, to, you know, anybody that has a vision in their mind and then can put it into reality or put it onto paper or, you know, make a home or make a statue or a painting is just so fascinating to me. Okay, so I'm going to take this balance card and show you here that here's that solar sign up here that you saw before in the guidebook, and then that should help you with the meaning. So maybe not having to look at the guidebook, you know, and then this being balanced, but you could see how everything's kind of balanced here, how everything's just very symmetrical and just so. So definitely there's like a lot going on here to help you with your intuition. I have heard people say that this deck looks like it would be hard to read with, and I would have to agree. Like if myself personally, and I'm not saying that anybody who has this or is going to get this deck is going to have this, but if I'm putting this in a spread, I have a really hard time reading it like I do my other oracle decks or my tarot decks. But let's say I do a little shuffle, this card pulls up. Actually, this card did come up before. And I sit with it and I meditate with it, and I just like let my eyes just like go soft focus looking into the cards, or maybe I just close my eyes and I keep this image in my mind. I have some pretty heavy meditations. So for meditating, this deck, I'm just like, yes, I'm all over this deck. For readings, not so much, like spreads. And even pairing it with tarot cards, I found it to be difficult. But as far as meditations, this takes me on a trip. As close to a trip, I guess, as you can get without the use of drugs. Although I've never taken drugs. I like that one, concealed. The iceberg, you only see a portion of it when like 90% of it is underwater. That's interesting. And let me get in close so you can just see the art. There's just so many layers to her art and just so much going on. And I like the coloring. I like it all. Claire Mack, if you ever watch this, I'm a fan. I'm fangirl over here. It's probably one of my favorite cards, this Epiphany. Yeah, and I'm just kind of like flipping through it because, oh, this is my other one that I love, the dreams. You know, having this beautiful stag, which is like masculine in power, but yet you have this like rainbow and trees and birds inside of it, which is like growth and flight, and just movement, manifestation. Then above the stag you have, could be the sun or the moon, but you have a mountain, but it's like over the head. So for me, it's like overcoming like an obstacle. It's just like, see what I'm saying? Like there's so much going on. This just looks like protozoa, which is great. Never did that well in biology. Actually, yeah, this is like biology. Like it looks like biology if biology was like super artsy. I never did well in bio. Oh, that was just Wally jumping off here, but you know, I have an appreciation for biology, and you know, granted, I did well the second time I took biology, and I have an interest in it. Just like sitting in school and having to learn certain things, like I'm not a fan, but like if out in the real world I experience it and I learn some awesome things, then like that's the kind of education I love. So I love biology that way, and chemistry that way, and history that way. This one's just, I don't know, this one makes me really emotional. I love her art, so beautiful. I love this fertility one. I love seeing the spinal cord here. Oh, get it to focus. It's actually like a plant. So yeah, that's beautiful. The protection with the painted hand over the mouth. Oh, all the feels. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a shuffle, and I'm gonna pull us a card. I don't really like to do these in multiples, so I'm more like a single card with this deck. And let's just do a general message, you know, so you could see how I would read with this deck. Okay, that one's kind of sticking out, so we'll do this one. I'll put these back in here. Okay, and the card we have is structure. Okay, so what I'm getting for this message is that there are, you know, sometimes when we're trying to achieve something, we're trying to go after something, we're trying to manifest something, we're mostly looking at what the end product will look like, and not so much all the elements that get us to that end product. And so when we have to go through those other elements that will get us to our destination, it seems like, well, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I want to be over here. And it's like, yeah, but all those elements get you to where you want to be. So whatever it is that you guys are, and myself included, are trying to manifest, or a place that you're trying to go in your life, take stock of everything that's going on right now and try to view it from the bigger perspective, and out like wider perspective. How might this aid you to where you might want to be? And sometimes that's really hard to see, and sometimes we don't see it until we actually reach our destination and we look back, because you know, hindsight is 20/20, right? So yeah, so that's what I'm getting. And here, you know, I get the hindsight by like looking at the reflection here. But yeah, so I think that's just something for all of us to kind of check in where we are right now, and how what we're doing is not extraneous or like outside of where we're trying to go. It's actually helping us build the foundation of where we want to go. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That is the Illuminated Earth Oracle, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And if you have any comments or questions, if you use this deck differently and you have this deck, just let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions for me, again, leave that in the comment section below. And yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome sauce day. So if you dug this video, don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading with me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com and join that KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot. If you like what I do here on YouTube, you want to support me and get some freebies in the process, and help out with my Oracle deck, which it'll be some time before the deck is released, but you know, I do need the support to help get it off the ground while I kind of pluck away and perfect it. So yeah, I will catch you spiritual homies later. All right, peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.